how long has it been that we were trying to get the elders and the youth together? It's just naturally falling into place through the gardening project. You know, like we've got Shirley's an elder, Ali's an elder. The youth are making healthy choices to be here. Isn't it nice? So we've got some plants here. We've got some plants in Keslan. We've got some plants at Bikini Hot Springs, and we're gonna buy plants. So we've got like so many plants, but they're not here. They're all over the place, so we have to collect them all when the greenhouse is built.
And we're also planting seeds today for the greenhouse.
And Alyssa is planting. She's gonna.
No, we are planting.
she's gonna teach us how to plant.
You
just want to make sure that it's good and wet, and then so you can check it by just kind of digging your fingers in and making sure it's good. These spots are good too because you can see down here. So if down here is super wet, then that means that it might have too much if it's sopping down here.
Or sometimes it's dry on the bottom, but wet on the surface. So if you poke your finger down, sometimes, especially if you haven't watered for a while, it'll look really wet, but if you stick your finger down, it'll be dry, like an inch below, and that means you need more water because the roots need the water so they can bring the nutrients up to the plant.
Really, really gentle. So that's the whole idea, is to learn how to garden as we go along and have a relationship with the plants. And I really like the way you frame it, you know, that a plant is like a human being, you know, like, you know, and the human being is like the plant. Every once in a while, like as we're weeding the garden, we're weeding our spirit too. You know, getting rid of the bad weeds. You can't hang on to all that negativity. You know, hang on to it and just say, this is mine, because it's not. You know, let it go. And I really like what you said, and maybe, you know, we could emphasize a little bit more on that. When you say we have a relationship with the plants, and when you have good thoughts, you know, that's really important, because we do that in our Tlingit culture. When someone is having a hard time, and we learned this before, when Dempsey Bob came up, and that was when we first started sewing blankets. Those elders that was teaching us said you can't have a bad thought when you're sewing. And if someone like needs some comfort, you just think nothing but good thoughts when you're sewing a vest or whatever you're doing for that person. You can't think negative, and then you give it to them, and that's, you know, and then they feel better, and that's the same way with the plants. So, you know, like there's so many similarities of gardening and our Tlingit culture, and that's really why I like to listen to you, because I'm thinking, yeah, we do that already, you know, and now we just have to have a relationship with the plants.
Well, my plant ain't listening to me then. I had this plant at home and it used to grow really pretty flowers. No, it hasn't grown for about 3 years.
Did you ask it what it needs?
No, I never thought of that.
Ask it. And then just listen in your heart or in your intuition. Maybe it needs more or less water, sunlight. Maybe it's missing a mineral or something.
Because
No,
it used to
I-
grow
I-
flowers.
I ask, when I have to leave, I tell Sean, don't forget to water the plants. He looks like, what? Yeah. And when you water them, talk to them. He said, here you go. Next week. One more week, so enjoy.
Well, they live off the carbon dioxide that we breathe, and every time we talk, we breathe that out.
Yeah.
We're choosing to nurture that new growth so that those roots can prosper and so that we can no longer feed the roots that we'd wish to not be there anymore. And so they'll slowly decay and they'll slowly start to uproot, right? We can do weeding later and at different stages, and we can physically uproot within ourselves as we physically uproot the weeds in the garden, in the greenhouse. But as you switch your narrative every time, so like I said, if something's bothering you and you choose to instead meet it with something else, love, joy, compassion, then that will be you watering that plant inside yourself that you want to grow, and choosing not to water the one that you don't want to grow. And the more you choose that, the more this one will no longer be a part of you, and the more the love, compassion, joy, whatever it is that you want to feed will be growing. So I was just kind of talking about how what we're doing in the greenhouse, not only today but throughout your project, it's all about what you choose, right? These are just invitations that I'm suggesting to you, but it's you taking those moments in time, and you'll be bringing in other people like the youth, family members, and that can be a really healing moment for you and a growing moment for them if you bring that awareness to them. It grows that in yourself. And as you go throughout this whole project and you're feeding these plants, you will be naturally feeding the seeds that you planted within yourself, unconsciously, and more powerfully if you do it consciously. So just invitations to bring that awareness in throughout what we're doing. And if you notice that your mind is wandering into something that you don't want it to wander into, to just take the deep breath, thank the moment for the reminder, and then just switch back into whatever it is you want to be giving to the plants, because they do have life. And I was saying that as we're feeding that every day, as we feed it, the reason why it's so important is because, like we said, it has that life force energy, and it will then be coming back into us, right? The cycle will return,
Oxygen.
right?
When it takes in the carbon dioxide,
Yeah.
then it gives out the oxygen for us.